Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We do unbiased technical analysis, and guys, we got Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, okay? So usually when that guy speaks, it does cause some volatility in the market, and I'm looking forward to it because it's gonna be great intraday, gonna get some good intraday movements, and I'm hoping, it's not guaranteed, but I'm hoping it happens. When he speaks, we get some volatility. I don't care if it's to the upside, to the downside. I'm gonna be ready to trade using the levels and the setups, and I'm gonna be unbiased about it. And we're gonna talk about that as usual. All right, guys. And we're gonna talk about a little bit more stuff that I use. I'm trying to bring more value to my YouTube videos for you guys, you know, so we can help with the trading decisions and stuff like that. But let's go. Alright guys, so before we get into this unbiased technical analysis, I just want to ask you guys to please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And if you like the content, please hit the like button as well. It will mean so much to Uncle Charles, okay? Now, as I said, Powell speaking tomorrow. Gotta see what he gotta say. Should give us some volatility to trade. Now, one thing I do want to mention, before a big event like this happens, the SPY usually tend to chop. Okay, so keep that in mind tomorrow. He speaks at 1:30 p.m. If we chop in the morning and a little bit in the afternoon, around noontime, don't be too surprised if we chop, okay? Because that's what usually happens. We chop in a little small range, faking out bulls and bears. And then the big move usually happens when he speaks, okay? So if you're trading in the morning, I would recommend getting in the scalp mode, all right? However, looking at the 15-minute chart here, I mentioned to you guys, I would have a bear case scenario. I'm adding these bull case and bear case scenarios on my timestamp, so check that out. But the bear case scenario was that we need to break down 396, and I would have 395, 393.5, and 392 as the next support level. We did not get to the 392 level, but after breaking down 396 in around 11 o'clock, we able to drop as low as 393.3, so we're able to hit two levels. And then we got a bounce here. And then once again, that annoying 395 level was just acting like a magnet again. I tell you, this, like, pretty much almost the whole November, man. Like, 395, you can see here, it's acting like a magnet. You know, 395 right here. Bam. Make it thicker. Y'all can see it's been a magnet. We tested so many times. I'm just annoyed by this level. All right. So hopefully when the November is over and December comes, we can get some trend moves and we won't have to see 395 for a while. But one thing I will note though, we're looking at the daily chart. It is red and is more down. It closed lower than the previous day. Okay. You see this white trend line. I talked to you guys about this new way I'm finding levels using the Fibonacci channels. That's what this white trend line is. Look up Fibonacci channels. Learn about it. I really like it. Maybe I'll make a video on how to use it in the future. But yeah, we lost that level. That was around 396. All right. You can see intraday, this orange line right here. That's a 396 level. When we lost it, it did trigger a very nice move to the downside. And when we got this bounce, it did hit that 396 level. But it rejected from there and then just spent the rest of the day just chopping. So obviously, here's the bull case scenario. Bull case scenario, let's go. Get above 396. Bull case scenario, get above 396. We can have ourselves a nice false breakdown setup over here. You know, false breakdowns are one of my favorite setups, and they are bullish setups. So I would look for calls above 396. I feel a little more bullish or comfortable being bullish if we can clear that 397 level as well. All right. Yeah, that's this yellow trend line. This green line right here was my 397 level. We can see here, we tested 397, rejected, strong, drop to the downside. All right. Never cleared it. We lost 397 yesterday. Never recaptured it intraday today. So bears showed some follow through, but it wasn't the best follow through I'd like to see. I would have liked to see it drop lower and test 392. But maybe tomorrow we'll test that. But it's only in play if 396 can hold as resistance. Okay, so bull case cleared 396, 397, 398, 400, 401.5 in the critical 403 level up here. is in play. Okay, if all three clears, I would definitely be a lot more bullish in favor a test of the 200-day moving average. Now it's at 4.29, just slowly sloping down. If we can clear that, get above and test the resistance of this rising wedge, and maybe even fill the gap at 48.5, which aligns with this multi-month trend line that started from January high. Okay, that's the bull case scenario. It starts when we clear 396 and 397, especially 398.5. We recapture 398.5, I would swing some calls for the short term, of course, and I'll play it level to level. But, you know, 398.5 is a Fibonacci level, all right? 38.2 fib level from January high down to October low. That's a lot of lines. Let's zoom in. We don't need to get anxiety with all uncle's lines here, but they're important levels. You know, I'm tracking my levels, but yeah. So bearish case scenario, 396 holds as resistant. Take out that darn 395 level once and for all, and actually hold as resistant, and hopefully we never see it again. But yeah, below 396 bear case stays in play. Okay, 395, 393.5, which held today, and that critical 392 level. Okay, that's the support of the rising wedge. All right, rising wedge, and it's also area of confluence with the fib channel trend line. The white line is from March 2020 low to January high. This yellow one is from January high down to October low. Okay, so it's area of confluence. So the 392 would be is a very critical level. If that is lost, I would favor a multi-day sell-off, and you know, maybe the volume would pick up a little bit if we can lose that 392 level. Okay, because we've been trading on low volume lately. All right, below 392 bearish. All right, so as long as below 396, guys, we got the bear case scenario. And I just need to see it take out some more support levels, especially that 392 level. Bull case scenario begins or starts when 396 and 397 recaptures, okay? Especially that 398.5 level. All right, guys? You guys got my levels for SPY. Add them to your charts, please, or you guys can copy how I do my levels with the fib levels and the, you know, the rising wedge. Up to you guys. So I usually go to Triple Q, but I'm gonna go to DXY. I'm gonna add this to a new thing. You know, I'm gonna cover DXY from now on. I don't know. Some people call it Dixie. You guys like to call it Dixie. But anyways, I'm not gonna call it Dixie. It's just, you know, I'm gonna call it DXY. And it cleared. DXY cleared. I had a level at 106.614. 106.614. We cleared that level. Let me explain where that level comes from. I'll go to a monthly chart. Okay. Fib levels. I don't know if any other YouTubers or, you know, use as much fib levels as I do, but Uncle loves his fib levels. I got my fib levels for the the DXY all-time high down to the low one in June 2008. Okay, so for all-time high around March of 1985 down to the April of 2008 or March of 2008. Okay, and the 38.2 fib level is at 106.614. Okay, that's where that level comes from. So let me go back to the daily chart. Gotta zoom in here. Okay, so yeah, here's my nice little bull flag. Technically that is a bull flag, but it's not very bullish. We broke it down, and you know, like I said, we clear 106.614. As long as above, I'm bullish on DXY. Okay, DXY usually inverses with the SPY, so you know, if DXY can hold that level and keep pushing up, I got the next resistance around 106.433 that of this triangle pattern that I have here. Okay, and maybe we'll go test that. Okay, as long as DXY is showing more upside, this SPY, the SPY, can possibly show more downside. Okay, but keep that in mind. I use it to gauge. I don't trade DXY, but I use it to help gauge SPY. So if it drops back below 106.614, you know, that, you know, and it starts showing bearishness, that could be bullish for the SPY. All right, so keep that in mind. 106.614 is the equilibrium level. Needs to hold to be bullish, needs to fail to be bearish. Next critical support is at 105.325, support of the triangle pattern. Got a double bottom right now, so if it breaks down, that will be bearish, with the next critical support at 104.366. Oh yeah, DXY. And yeah, now we move on to triple Q. Okay, I got a nice triangle pattern for triple Q here. Now this triangle pattern, the resistance of the triangle pattern, it extends way up higher, all the way up to August high, and connects to November 15th and November 23rd high. Okay, that's 3 touches. Now I have a support line right here. Sorry, I have a support line right here that starts from November 11th low, connects to November 17th and November 22nd low. Okay, that's 3 tests as support, 3 touches as support. And we watched below it today, that trend line intraday, but couldn't get the close below. Okay, breakdown level was 280. Below 280, I would swing some puts because that would be a crazy breakdown of this triangle pattern. Okay, but as long as it holds, I have resistance at I'll look at this one at 281.74, pivot low for Monday, okay? And resistance at 283.36. That was the pivot high today. Needs to clear to go test that critical 284.88 level. That's a fib level, and if that clears, we can possibly see 286.9ish to 287.7 zone. I'll be bullish if those levels are definitely cleared. If they clear, all right? So yeah, those are the levels. Swing puts if 280 fails, okay? Bulls got to defend that level and clear some resistance, okay? But bear case scenario starts below 280. Bullish case scenario starts when we clear some resistance, all right? Starting with 281.74, all right? Move on to the Dow Jones. We got that breakdown yesterday that I mentioned of the 340 level. That was a pivot high back in November 15th, okay? We broke out that 340 level on November 22nd, closed back below it yesterday. That's a false breakout setup. Got this this doji candle, I guess. Doji candle here. Overall chop day for Dow Jones though. So yeah, the setup for calls would be a recapture of 340. As long as below 340, I am bearish still. So, but yeah, if we recapture 340, I'll be bullish. 343, would be in play, and maybe I'll favor a new high around 348.6s, okay? But as long as below 340, I'm going to stay bearish. Next support is at 338 and 336.5ish. There is some support around 335, all right? Let's see if we can take that out to go down and test 332 and 332, 329, and a critical level around 325ish. That's a fib level, okay? So keep it simple. Not bullish unless 340 clears. Okay, if it clears, I would be bullish. Look for calls. Stay bearish below it and watch for the next breakdown, the next support. All right, 338 and 336.5ish. Apple just looks extremely, it just looks very bearish to me. It's usually a market moving stock and it's very bearish, as you can see. I'm surprised SPY didn't drop lower. But yeah, yes, I had a level 143.5ish. And it was also around yesterday's low. We broke it down. Had a resistance around 143.5ish. Apple tried to break above it intraday. Washed above it, but couldn't hold. Took out that 143.5ish support level and just dropped down. Now, this white line is a fib level. All right? It is the 23.6% fib level. All right? From January high down to June low. All right, so it's at 141.76. So the loss of this level, that's a very critical level. Okay, that's a very bearish breakdown. So to continue to be bearish for tomorrow, Apple needs to hold 141.76 and push it down. Next support's around 139 to 140 zone. Below 139, I'll be very bearish with 137.5, 135.5. And we'll see if we can test 133.8. Okay, that will be in play as long as below 141.75. Okay, bear case scenario, simple. Recapture 141.75. Go back and test 143.5 and maybe clear that level. Recapture some levels. Give us the false breakdown setup, and then maybe I'll be a little bullish on Apple. But right now, it is looking bearish. Okay, Tesla. As I mentioned yesterday, as long as we stay below 185, I'm bearish, okay? So I'm glad to see it worked out well. It closed at 180.83, okay? I have support at I now have support at 179. I need to see 179 fail and 177 as well. those fail, if Tesla, you know, it shows some bearish action today, it needs to show follow through and take out 179, 177. If it fails, I would definitely look for puts, okay? To be bullish, clear some resistant level, 182.5, 185, of course. And I got a level here at 188, blue trend line, okay? Connecting November 7th high and November 15th high, okay? See if we can get a third touch. But if we break 188, that will be pretty bullish, okay? But as long as below 185, I'm bearish. I need to see 179 and 177 fail as support. All right, guys? So that's what I got as far as my price action analysis. We're going to end this with the option flow filter for 500K premiums or above, okay? So it's very bearish today, 82% into puts, but all the sizes are pretty small. Nothing that really fits my criteria of worth looking at, but overall it's bearish on SPY. As far as triple Q goes, it's also pretty bearish, 65%, but not much action going on. All right, so maybe all the big money people, maybe they're waiting for Powell to speak. 77% for puts for Apple. Let me check DIA, Dow Jones. Nothing for Dow Jones. And Tesla. 80% for Tesla. Now, one thing that does stick out, 80% for puts, is the 2.4 million in premium, over 6,000 in size. 172.5 strike, okay, December 9th. All right, so this is a weekly contract. That's pretty aggressive to the downside, okay? So big money, that's something worth looking at right there and noting, okay? Whoever put this bet in is bearish, and, you know, wonder if they know something that we don't, okay? So anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys want more content from Uncle Charters, please consider joining my Discord. It will mean a lot if you guys join the Discord. I do got a coupon. Make sure you guys use the coupon code if you guys decide to join. It also works for the yearly deal as well, all right? And of course, I got my Substack, so you guys can subscribe to that, and I appreciate it, okay? Thank you guys. Please hit that subscribe button. Peace.